at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
First down, Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Young to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Anderson. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Anderson running right. And he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Running with a fullback, Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 1st down, it's Craig, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. It's Craig, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Throw right side is going to be caught by Clark. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Young will set to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. We have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Getting the call is Anderson running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll run on 1st down. Anderson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run for it with Anderson, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Good job,
A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. A San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check, 43. Man, I got you. Ready, go. 43 is the mic. Coming.
Ready, go. They go play action. Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Young working out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
To throw, Young.
Watch the pass.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Young on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Young to throw it. He's got it complete to Clark. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Young's throw complete there to Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the 49ers are back within a score. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got White here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to White. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He goes underneath for Anderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Falcons send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. The give to Anderson here out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
They'll drop the throw. A dump off to Anderson. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Anderson. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He stopped at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Throw caught there by Crumpler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second